It took only 4 taps on my phone to erase her flight from the airline system. One quick call to a locksmith followed. Just like that, without a single word spoken to her, I began to close the chapter. By noon, the internet lit up with a photo. There she was, sun-kissed, barely dressed, a drink in her hand, standing in front of a luxury beachfront resort in Tulum. The caption read, "My choices, my freedom. #girls trip." But it wasn't the skimpy bikini or the smug smile that hit me the hardest. It was the blurred silhouette of a man behind her, tall and familiar, her ex. The same man she'd dismissed as a worn-out college mistake. Someone she swore was toxic and long gone. The man she told me drained her emotionally, back when I paid for her flight. I didn't comment. I didn't reach out. I just canceled her return trip and emailed her landlord that she had officially moved out. She hadn't figured it out yet, but her place in my life was already gone. I wish I could say I was completely blindsided, but the truth is, I ignored the signs. The sudden, all-girls getaway that popped up out of nowhere, booked with travel points I had saved. She pitched it like it was a necessary break for her mental health. No phones, no interruptions, just sunshine and serenity. I bought the story. I even dropped her at the airport, kissed her goodbye. What I didn't expect was a blurry Instagram story the next evening. Not even from her, but from her friend Ellie. The camera wobbled across a dinner scene filled with cocktails and laughter. Then, clear as daylight, it landed on him. Matt, right beside her. Smiling, confident, leaning into her like he'd never left. I slid into Ellie's DMs, playing it cool. Didn't know Matt made the girls' only list. LOL. She just hit the like button. Didn't even offer an excuse. I spent a few hours spiraling. Deleted our photos from my phone. Threw out the mug she sipped from every morning. Stared at the couch where she used to pretend to cry over Netflix documentaries about toxic partners. Then I found her flight itinerary in a forwarded email. She was due back Sunday, 3:45 p.m., window seat. I canceled it. Next, I called Tom, a longtime friend who's also a locksmith. He didn't ask questions. 20 minutes, he said. By the time the sun had set, the locks were changed, and I had boxed up every trace of her. Makeup in the bathroom, clothes in my drawers, hair ties around the apartment, even the snacks she liked. All of it went into the garage. Then I sent a simple text to her sister. Maya, dinner Sunday, 3:47 p.m. You in? The first missed call came minutes after her flight would have landed. Then another. 6 in total. No voicemails, just panicked, frantic messages. All caps. Why would you do this? Did you cancel my flight? I'm stranded. I can't even get a ride out here. She must have found out about the new locks by early evening. The doorbell camera lit up like a Christmas tree. I ignored it. Maya and I were already halfway through dinner. She glanced at me, noticed I was actually relaxed, and said, "You look lighter." She wasn't wrong. By the next morning, my ex had sent me a long, dramatic message accusing me of abandoning her in a foreign country, as if Mexico had suddenly become unlivable. She called me controlling for canceling a ticket I paid for. Claimed emotional trauma. Threw in that old line again. You knew I had baggage. I warned you I wasn't perfect. Yeah. She also told me Matt was blocked. That he was a closed chapter. That he didn't even have social media anymore. But there he was, not only in her vacation stories but practically wrapped around her. By midweek, word was spreading. Friends started asking questions. A mutual contact sent me screenshots from her close friend's story, where she tried spinning the whole thing like I'd thrown her out over a swimsuit picture. No mention of the guy in the background. No mention of the betrayal. I didn't reply, but I did send her a screen recording of that beach video, zoomed in where Matt's hand brushed her waist. A reminder, just in case her memory was selective. She didn't answer. Thursday, Maya texted. She's staying with Matt now. She says she'll come by for her stuff. My reply was simple. It's in the garage. Locks are changed. Cameras are live. Maya liked the message. The fall came fast. Apparently, Matt was dealing with more than just a messy history. He had a pending lawsuit from a previous employer. Workplace harassment, DMs, screenshots, the whole scandal broke open. And guess who was suddenly being tagged for supporting him publicly? Yep, my ex. By Saturday, her image was crumbling. Her followers started turning. Sponsorships she once bragged about went radio silent. She posted a statement about taking a break for her mental health. Needed time to regroup. But mindfulness doesn't cover bills. She couldn't run back to my place, and I had no intention of opening that door again. A week passed before her last text came in. "You ruined my life." I didn't reply. Instead, I sent her a screenshot of her own caption, "My choices, my freedom." And below that, I added, "My home, my rules. I choose peace." Then I blocked her. Now the apartment's quiet in the best way. New locks, fresh couch, no tension hanging in the air. Maya and I still talk. Not romantically. That'd be too messy. But she said something that stayed with me. "You weren't harsh. You were just too generous with someone who didn't earn it." She was right. And I've finally learned that walking away without screaming, without chasing explanations, that's its own kind of freedom.